Guys, welcome. So my new goal is to go live in the 10 o'clock hour each day to talk to you about profits. If you missed it this morning, we go live at 6 a.m. in the morning where we discuss proverbs, prayers, parables, and profits. So the follow-up to the prayer is the actual execution to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to generate the revenue that you want and need in your life. And so today I'm going to be making an exciting announcement as to why you need to meet me in Vegas in July. So first and foremost, I do believe that live instruction is the way that you accomplish more things. And unfortunately, when COVID came, we got away from a lot of the live instruction. Now, over the last 10 years, and we will be celebrating my 10th year in business in Vegas, um, bit.ly/profit, Vegas Profit Lab. If you're interested, the link is bit.ly/Vegas Profit Lab, where you can learn more. But prior to COVID, we've spent the last 10 years online educating individuals as to why they needed to generate revenue to free themselves from their jobs, to free themselves from from being financially limited, to free themselves from a lot of different things, but most importantly, just so they could live a life of peace. And many individuals during that time frame, took us up on those online sessions and came in online and were able to learn. So then all of a sudden, COVID came. And with COVID, there were so many virtual this and virtual that I think a lot of people got away from the virtual. I mean, got away from the live. And, you just don't get the same experience when you do things virtual. And so that's one of the great reasons to join us in Vegas because, we're going back to the old school. And the great part about that is you're going to walk in with an idea and walk away with your plan created. And that's one of the reasons I'm so super excited about this event in Vegas. Vegas has a special meaning to me, and I'm going to talk about that today too. So first and foremost, why should you attend? Number one, we're going to be staying at the amazing Green Valley Ranch Resort in Henderson, Nevada. It's a 5 diamond institution. It is super swank, super beautiful. And if you've never been there, you need to go at least once in your life because it's amazing. Look it up online and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Again, it's called the Green Valley Ranch. Um, we the last time we were in Vegas, we actually did a tour of Red Rock Canyon, and we didn't even know that Vegas had so many mountainous areas. But there's a different side to Las Vegas that many of you haven't seen if you go to Vegas and you stay on the strip. If you go to Vegas and you stay on the strip, you see the nightlife and you see the bright lights in the big city. But there's actually another very homey, very peaceful, very natural side to Las Vegas. And we're going to make sure we show you that part of Las Vegas too. One of the great things about the Green Valley Ranch is that they have everything on site that you could imagine. Probably 15 to 20 restaurants. They have a movie theater. They have a spa. They have multiple swimming pools. And it just is, again, an amazing, amazing, beautiful experience that reminds you of what you're supposed to be looking like and what you're supposed to be living like. I remember the first time I went to the Green Valley Ranch, I actually won a contest being hosted by a major speaking personality. And the contest was a trip to Vegas and personal coaching from him to help you build your speaking career. But they were also giving away iPads and other things. And so I entered thinking I might win an iPad. Well, come to find out, I won this amazing trip to Vegas. And I remember the first time I walked in, and I was still in corporate America, still at that place where I thought six figures was a lot of money. And because I traveled with my job, I definitely had, experience, but nothing like this. I'd stayed in the Ritz Carlton, I'd stayed in some amazing hotels, but nothing equivalent to this. And it was one of those places that as soon as you walked in, you almost immediately felt like you weren't worthy to be there. But before I left that week, I came to grips with not only am I worthy to be there, but any and everybody that walks through that door is worthy of being there. And that's why it's important that I take you on this trip, because I want you to know that you're not just worthy of living like that on vacation. Can I get an amen? You're worthy of living like that all the time. And when you get, all right, Cynthia, when you get there, what we do while you're there is super critical, because that's where you not only get the mindset to understand that living rich doesn't have to be temporary. You also get that understanding that there's a plan that you can create that will shift your trajectory and help you live like this all the time if you are willing to really focus on the things that matter, and that's your sales and your marketing, so that you can make more money. You got to learn that if other people can live like this, we can too, as long as we have the right plan. And that is what I wanted to deliver to you guys when we touch down in Vegas. There's actually going to be two separate retreats, 2 separate weeks. You can attend both. The first week is all about that marketing plan and that sales plan. And that second week is all about the revenue you generate on a day-to-day basis. Now, this event is going to be a kickoff to a new way of us teaching and a new way of us training, which is called the lab. And we're going to be actually launching the lab officially here in Houston. This one just happens to be in Vegas, but the lab is going to be where you bring an idea or you bring something that you need help with in your business and you walk away with it done. So you will walk away from this event in Vegas with a marketing plan done. You will walk away with this event in Vegas with a profit plan done. You're going to leave with a plan and the money mindset you need for your next level. And because we're entrepreneurs, we get to do this wherever we want to. We can do it by the pool, but if it's too hot, we can do it in the garden. We can do it in a restaurant. We can literally go wherever we want. We can do it in my suite and plan our revenue. The last time we had a suite in Vegas, it was the equivalent of like 5 hotel rooms. And I could easily fit 20, 25 people in my suite. That's the nature of the experience that you're going to have in Las Vegas. I want you to pay close attention to the picture that's on the screen. Those little red seats out there by the pool, That's where I planned my first 7 figures. That's where I really realized that if God could do it for somebody else, then he could definitely do it for me. And all I had to do was 2 things. Number one, open my mouth. And number two, take action. And I'm still taking action to this day. And that's something that I want the people around me to realize, that you only need to open your mouth and take action for God to bring things into fruition. The word says you have not because you ask not. So until you start asking, then you won't have. So before you open your mouth and ever say, I can't afford, always make sure that you've done your part to ask, and then you've done your part to act. This is a picture of the room that we had last time. And as you can see, it goes all the way into a dining room. There's an office area. There's something to be said for being able to get together as a group and experience an event. And again, if you're interested in details, go to bit.ly/Vegas Profit Lab. But that couch is underestimating, because that couch actually has enough room for about 12 people to spread out comfortably. With COVID being here, it's been a while since we've been together. But you're going to see, even if you come by yourself, that there's a spirit of sisterhood to this event that is like no other. Even before we start touching down, we're going to be hosting pre-events. Once we get there, we're ready to do the work, that we know each other, and you're going to feel like you're at home. Plus, you get my company and my instruction holding your hand all along the way. This is not going to be a trip that's work, 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 work. Because at some point, you're going to have to sit still and wrap your mind around the fact that we're worthy, that we're ready to do this, that we cannot continue to let things stand in our way. We said it this morning on the prayer call. We're not asking God for something that doesn't belong to us. These things have already been set aside for us. So it's critical that we take the correct action to claim those things. So this is going to be a very slow moving, no pressure environment where you have just as much time for relaxing as you do for working. The itinerary is not going to be overwhelmed. There's going to be downtime for you to choose what you want to do. There are going to be planned activities, but we plan on keeping the agenda light, because you need some time to spoil yourself. You need some time to get away and rest so you can come back stronger. And one of the new things I'm learning is sometimes you just need some time to do nothing. And it is okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Vegas has an amazing food scene, and we're going to be taking it in. There are going to be several food outings, and food is going to be served during our sessions. So come ready to eat, drink, and plan your next level. This is a picture of the dining room at a restaurant called Hank's. And Hank's has a 28-ounce lobster tail that is amazing. This is a big girls trip, y'all. We're going to have plenty of fun planned, from spa trips to cruising on the strip. And of course, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. And this is going to be the trip of a lifetime. So bring some spending money and plan to make some more while you're there. So here's 5 reasons not to gamble away your chance to be here. Number 1, because it's tax deductible, this is a business trip. It doesn't make sense for you not to go to Vegas on business and wrap your mind around your profits for the second half of the year. Number two, if you book your flights now, flights are super expensive. So don't miss out on the opportunity to be there. You know, it's time to do the work. For those of you who don't do a good job with videos and webinars, it's time to sit still, get your real questions answered, and to be able to come out on the other side more profitable than you ever been. I mean, by the way, you deserve this. It's hard to really understand how you should be living until you see how you could be living. So we want you to come and check it out because I promise you it's going to shift your mind forever. And last but not least, connections, and more connections. Getting that chance to meet other like-minded women who are going to accompany you on this journey. So like I promised you, it's 2 sessions. Session 1, let's master your marketing. Let's take the confusion out of your social media. Let's take the confusion out of what you're going to launch. Let's take the confusion out of your messaging. Let's master your marketing and your sales. Because if you're somebody that struggles to tell your story on social media, you don't know how to build a community, you don't understand how to get people to want your products and services, and you don't even know what to post on social media daily, then this session is for you. You're going to arrive that Tuesday. The session is going to be the 14th and the 15th, and you're going to return on 7/16. And if you're interested, go to bit.ly/Vegas Profit Lab. Session 2, let's plan your profit. If your revenue is inconsistent, if you're not sure how to monetize your ideas, if you struggle putting together ideas that make money, if you want or need a plan for 6 to 7 figures that you can execute, then this session is for you. You're going to arrive that Monday, 7/19. The session is 7/20 and 7/1, and we're going to return on 7/23. Now, if you really want to grow your business to the next level, then you need to get both of these packages. And everybody that gets both of these packages will get a bonus one-on-one with me while we're there. So don't miss out, bit.ly/Vegas Profit Lab. And if you can't attend in person, then join us virtually now. If you attend virtually, you're only going to get the sessions. You're not going to get all of the off-screen activities that happen, but it's only $99 to make your plan, $99 to plan your profit, or $169 for both. Now, each in-person event includes catered meals for the working sessions. We're going to have VIP dinners each night. Even though you're expected to pay for your own dinner, the conversation is going to be amazing. The hotel fees and registration are not included, but right now for the dates we've chosen, they have some super prices. So don't miss your opportunity to meet your sisterhood. There's going to be a Facebook group for pre-travel planning and coordination, pre-event training, a pre-event meet and greet. Of course, we're going to provide you with travel info to the hotel, and you just use their general link for booking your hotel room. You're going to get a daily agenda so you know what to expect. And of course, we're going to have gifts waiting for you. And all you have to do is pay $99 now to hold your spot. Guys, because this is an up and personal event, there are going to be very few spots. So I suggest you go ahead and get on the books, bit.ly/Vegas Profit Lab, and put your down payment down right away so we can make sure we save your spot. Now listen, because this is an up close and limited event, we have a no refund policy. But as long as you work with us, we can get to you in writing a fact that you can transfer these funds to another event. Now, if you want to give this event to somebody else, you have within 7 days before the event to send somebody in your stead. And because we know that COVID is still a thing, we're going to have COVID protocol in place. Each guest can expect to have their temperature checked. Of course, if you have an elevated temperature for whatever reason, you can't participate with the guests who are there. And you may also receive a COVID questionnaire prior to the event, which you will be expected to complete and return in a timely fashion. Now, number one, I can't tell you how excited I am to host this very first live event in a long time. I promise you, you're going to get your money's worth and then some. Everything from the camaraderie to the knowledge. But this being the first of its kind lab where you actually are going to work on your business objectives and complete your business objectives while you're there makes this such an amazing opportunity for you not just to get away, but for you to get away and come back different, for you to come back and hit the ground running, for you to come back and be ready for all that the world has stored up for you. We said it this morning during our 6 a.m. prayer. We need to understand that our gifts, talents, and treasures have been set aside for us. And all they're doing is waiting on us to do what is necessary for us to claim them. And if that means you need to fly to Vegas and sit and be quiet long enough to gather your thoughts and hear from the Lord, then you definitely need to be there. bit.ly/Vegas Profit Lab, second week in July. Definitely meet us there. I promise you, you won't regret it. All right. Love you guys. Have an amazing afternoon.